Sir, good morning, sir. Panmudi Raj, sir, good morning, sir.
Yes, Lavanya, we can start now.
Sure, sir. Okay, a very warm good morning to one and all present here for this 3-day national level virtual workshop on role of assessment and accreditation towards improving the quality of education and national educational policy implementation in higher education institutions. I welcome our principal, sir, from Kamaraj College of Engineering and Technology, I2SC coordinator, ma'am, Dr. T. Pandiselvi, ma'am, and I2SC members and other faculty members from various colleges. We welcome you all for this 3-day national level virtual workshop. Next, I would like to welcome our chief guest, Dr. B.S. Ponmudiraj, Advisor Academic of NAC. So, Dr. B.S. Ponmudiraj is currently the Advisor Academic with the NAC India. Prior to joining NAC, he worked as an assistant professor in statistics, mathematics, and computer science. He was teaching in Christ College, Bangalore, Loyola, in Evening College, Chennai, and he had been a visiting faculty to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel National Institute of Textile Management, Coimbatore. He has 28 years of teaching and education administrative experience. His special interest or training of assessors for quality assurance and quality literacy. He has published papers in journals and also articles in books. He has also presented papers in international and national seminars and conferences. He had organized national level assessors training program and a training for the same. He has published reports on higher education on specific areas, and he has visited about 350 colleges and universities in India. And he has visited UK, Vietnam, Bangladesh, Thailand, Australia, Cambodia, France, Belgium, and Nepal. He has undergone training in Australia for quality assurance peer review and visited a couple of Australian universities. And he is an international expert. He was the chairman of accreditation committee for the Department of Architecture, American International University, Bangladesh, Dhaka. And he was a trainer for QA PR workshop at Hanoi, Vietnam. He was a coordinator for many international delegations on behalf of NAC. So we welcome you, sir, for this online workshop. So I may welcome Dr. Ponmudi, sir, to share a few words about this workshop, sir. Sir, please.
Thank you, Dr. Lavanya. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
Hope my audio and video is clear. And ladies and gentlemen, most honorable principal of the Kamaraj College of Engineering and Technology from SPGC Nagar, Velakulam, Virudhunagar, Autonomous College of Anna University, organizing along with collaboration with NAC from the Internal Quality Assurance Cell for this 3 days national level virtual workshop. Very important due to the new coronavirus disease 2019, COVID-19. We are into all sorts of modes and platforms thanks to the technology. And for this role of assessment and accreditation, improving the quality of education, and the NEP, National Education Policy, implementation of higher education institutions. Wonderful topic. So 4 areas you have been mentioned, and thanks for the quick start and quick business. We appreciate that, the organizers, and thank you for inviting me. Hope the deliberations of this institution and this, especially this 3-day seminar, paper presentations, discussions, hope you can record it and you can publish in a small monograph or the recommendations for the benefit of larger sections. And dear faculty members, principals, honorable vice chancellors, and faculty from different other colleges, people who are online, people who are live, people who are sitting there face to face, people who are online within the campus. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning to one and all. With the salutations, let me dwell on these 3 points. assessment and accreditation. UN recognized countries or 196 இருக்குது, 196 countries including India. Assessment and accreditation, there are multiple agencies in different countries. For example, in US you will have around 60 to 70 agencies. In India we have around 2 or 3 or 4, like NBA and NAC. Quality Council of India is also there. Agricultural Education, NERB, is also doing agriculture. In addition to that, some private players are doing, which is not recognized. Now, the word assessment and accreditation differs from country to country. In the West, it is a license to operate. Affiliation, Mari, when you want accreditation. They do accreditation first, then they do assessment later. Assessment at a higher level. In NAC, we do assessment first when we do accreditation. Because affiliation, minimum eligibility criteria, ACT approval, NBA is there, then Anna University is there, then UGC 2F, 12B, then you get the autonomous, then we come higher above. So people, dear faculty members, please understand what is assessment, what is accreditation. This is fundamentals, LKG Mari, fundas in IIT language. This edukku pandrom? What is this audit? What is this quality? What is this quality assurance in the form of assessment and accreditation? 29 years, you may be first cycle, second cycle, third cycle, fourth cycle, or people are coming for fifth cycle. Your accreditation is valid only for 5 years. Fourth year and sixth month, you have to come forward again, like your license renewal, passport renewal. It's a quality stamp or Raja Mutra Mari, so that you know that you have quality. A student entering, parents want to put, husband and wife want to put the daughter or son or a ward in your college. Kamaraj College nalla solli thiruvanga. There is a character formation, there is a value education. Placement nu paathutu pona onnu nadakadu. Okay, that is all of people talk, NBA and other people, NAC also, we talk about placement, we talk about outcome based education. Overall development, holistic development in addition to the core competencies. இதெல்லாம் நடைபெறுகிறதா on a day-to-day basis, on an art-to-art basis, lab, practicals, cultural, co-curricular, extracurricular, sports activities, in addition to classroom teaching. This we try to ensure and give a quality assurance in the form of accreditation. இதுதான் ஒரு தராதரம், தர நிர்ணயம்னு சொல்லலாம். So it is not about people, everybody wants A grade, A plus, nothing wrong. We have to strive for higher. I always used to tell in a lighter note, suddenly there is a scheme, hypothetically or a scheme, state government, central government, A plus வாங்கினவங்க 3.51, யார் மேல A plus வாங்கினவங்களுக்குலாம் எல்லாருக்கும் ஒரு சர்டிபிகேட் கொடுங்க. யார் C grade, B grade வாங்குறாங்களோ அவங்களுக்குலாம் ஒரு 30 கோடி ரூபாய் கொடுங்க, 30 crores. Will any college will ask, give me A plus, we do well, documentation, DVV, we are doing well, IQAC. It's a hypothetical question, it's a humorous question, it's a self-reflection. அதையும் மீறி, அது மட்டுமன்றி, in above that, more and more, in addition to that, if your college, I'm not taking example of Kamaraj, any engineering college across the country, especially in Tamil Nadu, let us talk about Virudhunagar and other places, Madurai, everywhere, should strive. No, we do not want money is a material. We wanted the highest quality. This is called the motivational factor. This is not a competitive spirit. Yeah, பக்கத்து காலேஜ் வாங்கிட்டாயா நம்ம வாங்கணும். That is not, that never goes anywhere. My second point on quality education. Quality is a trend analysis. Management comes, management goes, principals come, principal will go, IQAC will come, IQAC will go, teachers retire, teachers go from one job to the other job. They keep on switching over. How do you build? When people come in and go out, how do you build the continuum of quality? Just MTech முடிச்சிட்டு ஒருத்தர் வருவாரு with PhD in computer science and engineering. and new fields are there. People talk about AI and ML and IoT and data sciences. அப்ப மேத்தமெட்டிக்ஸ் ஆல் தான் எடுக்கிறார். அந்த காலத்துல கவர்மெண்ட் காலேஜ்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா there are people with physics background or approved as chemistry professors, chemistry with physics, chemistry with mathematics. This is the fundamentals, basics. Basics are important. People talk about specialization, super specialization, forgetting the fundamentals. This is where very important is the teaching pedagogy. FDP, when you talk about FDP, when you talk about teachers' competency, teachers' continuous upgradation of knowledge and pedagogy. This is very, very essential, ladies and gentlemen. People concentrate only on the paper publication projects, my Google Scholar, my HSS, my IEEE journals, my journal publications, my books, my monographs. எப்படி என் CV build up பண்ணலாம்? நல்லது. You build up your CV, is very good. Everybody has to build up your CV. But what is your prime duty? 5 things. Fundamental is teaching, learning. Second is your publication. Third is your research. Then extension, engagement. Some teachers say, no, I'm a good researcher, I will not teach. Some people say, no, I'll keep on publishing books. Some fellows will say, no, I'm good in cultural activities, I'll organize volleyball and basketball tournaments. So all are essential, encompassing for a faculty. Automatically placements will happen. That is a corollary. We talk about mapping. We talk about module outcome, unit outcome, course outcomes, program specific outcomes. Yes, sir, NACல சொல்றீங்க, NBAல சொல்றாங்க, right? என்ன சும்மா ஒரு படம் போட்டு RBT போட்டு அப்படியே மேப் பண்றோமா? What is the essence of the course outcome? We write in paper, we record it because somebody is asking you. How it transcends bottom to top, top to bottom level, the learning level. It is not LKG. It is not lesson plan. Those are also fundamentals in B.Ed and M.Ed. So the core competency of the teaching faculty, dear ladies and gentlemen, when you talk about quality of education, Tara Nirnayam, Taradaram, in a classroom activity, 1 hour, 1.5 hours practicals, demo, civil engineering, mechanical, each lab, tutor, demonstrator, comprehension. பையனுக்கு சாவர வரைக்கும் மறக்க கூடாது. This is pedagogy. This is learning. This we want you to ensure. I've already taken 6-7 minutes. I'll take 3 more minutes. Like a time-conscious teacher, I wanted to talk about NEP. National Education Policy existed from 1964. You should all teaching faculty. Sir, no, sir, we are not a social science teacher. We are pure engineering people. So what? You should know what is country's higher education level, policies, all the states. Jadavpur University. We are comfortable with CEG, Anna University. Come to other technical universities across, Delhi Technological University, different universities, what they do. What is higher education, technical education in the country? What had happened if everybody has gone through the ACT Act? What is technical education? What is 64 policy, 68, all the commissions, Kothari Commission onwards. Talk about 1986, National Policy on Education, Program of Action 1992. Allah Vatimargalum, Vadiargalum, the Palithu Kondirukadu. Very important. Unless you touch these documents, you will not be able to comprehend NEP 2020. NEP 2019, almost 477 pages draft came out. I wish and I hope all the teachers who are listening have gone through those pages. Honorable Government of India, NEP 2020, July 29, 2020, approved the document. Go through the document. No, there's always a feedback mechanism. People say, no, sir, we have implemented all these things 20 years before, 30 years before in IITs and some of the good autonomous colleges with us. No problem. Continue. Try to find. சில கல்லூரிகள் எல்லாம் மாமரத்துல ஏறுறதுக்கு பனை மரத்துல ஏறுறதுக்கு தென்னை மரத்துல ஏறதுக்கு ஒரு கிரெடிட் கொடுக்குறாங்க. Hope everybody understands. Sorry for my vernacular language. See how practicality, the boys and girls, the basics of life, they teach. Not only the core, the allied, then the extra, then transdisciplinary, interdisciplinary, intradisciplinary. No, sir, I am a civil engineer. I cannot go that science. No, sir, I will not go into electrical. No, why can't we have one small course of 3 credits for electrical? Why can't it be on Malayalam literature or English literature or Tamil literature? ஏன் கொஞ்சம் சேர்க்க முடியாதா? இதுதான் நாங்க வந்து NEP-ல சொல்றாங்க. Basics, cross disciplines, overall development, practical skills for children. So you must define what is the skill competencies, basics and core skills. Very essential. So for implementation, there is a huge policy. Policy will transcend and state to central to state, and they will have a lot of discussions, and it will come out. And once it comes out, you can just see how far we can implement. Now there'll be a transition phase. There'll be some hiccups. Now all degree programs are 4 years. B.Ed are 2 years, 1 year, 2 years, 1 year, 2 years, and again 4 years integrated. New things have come. Technological forum has come. The HICI will come. 4 pillars will come. So all these are very, very essential to understand how the higher education institutions in India are going to operate. So it is not about, no, sir, நான் 2 cycle முடிச்சிட்டேன், A grade, Anna University, autonomous, I'll keep quiet. No, we have to change. We have to grow. Very important. More courses. Alana, நீங்க வந்து இல்ல சார், we are stagnant. No problem. But you are super in the country. You tell, sir, we will not change. We offer only basics, BE mechanical, BE civil, BE electrical to ECE. No issues. After telling that, you can just say you're the best in the country. Otherwise, out of all the colleges put together, you must start changing yourself. Change is the only constant thing. So this is very, very essential in this inaugural address. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to talk and wish this 3 days national level workshop a grand success, and have an open mind and deliberate on the quality aspect. Finally, I exceeded my time. I told 10 minutes, but I took little more time, 2-3 minutes more. Dear faculty members, I want you to deliberate on the legal way, the correct way, the ethical way, the professional way of assessment and accreditation. We receive a lot of complaints within the system, outside the system. Anonymous complaints, pseudonymous complaints, people writing nasty about each of the institutions, documentation, frauds, manipulations. It may not be true. We do not know. So whenever we wanted to achieve something, there is an ethical way, there's a legal way. And always the system requests the institution to prepare the documents. சில பேர்லாம் அவுட் சோர்ஸ் பண்ணிடுறாங்க. சார் அவன்கிட்ட ஒரு 5 லட்ச ரூபா கொடுத்தா டாக்குமெண்ட் கொடுக்குறான் சார், நம்ம எதுக்கு சார் வேலை செய்யணும்? அவன் என்னன்னா 500 girls are staying in the girls hostelனு எழுதுறான். கடைசியில பார்த்தா அது பாய்ஸ் காலேஜா இருக்கு. So these things also happen. So my request or an announcement or a guidance to you is, please help the neighboring institution in the correct way in facilitating, not as a consultants. We have put strict warnings on the website. College helping each other is different from appointing a consultant and asking him to prepare. The entire teaching staff should prepare the document. Then don't come to NEP. Automatically your quality will improve. Our manual has stood the test of time. So these are the fundamentals which I wanted to take this opportunity on this 3-day national level workshop and give us your feedback. Give us your feedback on the matrices. Sir, in the kelvi kekringa, this question is not good. Sir, please improve your data format. Your data is finding difficult. Sir, so many people are asking documents. Why don't we just put in one particular place, one platform, so that people can pick up the data? NBA, AICTE, state government, Anna University, people talk about digital India. We talk about one data, one nation. so that it can be in a particular, have a higher order thinking. Sir, நாங்க A grade வாங்கிட்டோம், அடுத்த A grade எப்படி வாங்குறது, அடுத்த சைக்கிள் எப்படி வாங்குறது, contribute to the nation, contribute to the state, contribute to technical education. So have an open mind and a panopticon view. நம்ம குதிரைக்கு லாடம் கட்டின மாதிரி இப்படியே பார்த்துட்டு இருக்க முடியாது. Assessment, accreditation, NEP, seminar, conference, workshop, symposia, exhibition, internals, labs, teaching, learning. Have a broader view of life so that our children grow and we make a nation a better place to live. World at large. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Namaskar. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, so much.
Thank you, sir.
Now may I call upon Dr. T. Pandiselvi ma'am, IQAC coordinator, to give the welcome address. Ma'am, please, ma'am.
Warm greetings to one and all present here. On behalf of Internal Quality Assurance Cell, Kamaraj College of Engineering and Technology, I feel extremely delighted in welcoming today's chief guest, Dr. B.S. Ponmudi Raj sir, Academic Advisor, NAC. His contribution in creating assessor for accreditation and quality assurance is highly appreciable. We feel very proud to have you as our chief guest today, sir. He is keenly interested in ensuring quality lightway in higher education institutions. Happy to welcome you, sir. Next, I heartiest welcome goes to all the resource persons who are going to enlighten the participants of 3 days workshop on role of assessment and accreditation towards improving the quality of education and national educational policy implementation in higher educational institutions. On this occasion, I am extremely welcome our college secretary, Mr. T. Jaykumar sir, and other managing board members who are pillars of our college. This contribution in terms of time and money for the growth of education of our town is amazing and appreciable. Next, my warm greetings to our beloved principal, Dr. S. Sendil sir, who stay with us in all our achievements. He motivates us and our students to reach great height. I feel privileged to welcome deans, associate deans, and HODs of various departments of KCET. My hearty welcomes goes to all my fellow faculty members and our program coordinators who give support for the successful arrangement of this workshop. Finally, I wholeheartedly welcome all the participants who heard the wonderful opportunity to participate in this NAC-sponsored workshop from 8th to 10th February 2023. We have made for all efforts to the participants can get the maximum benefits from this workshop. Educating the educators will move up towards a successful and fulfilling society. I'm sure these 3 days will be more useful to you. I wish all the professors a golden and memorable 3 days in this workshop. With these few words, I conclude my welcome speech. Once again, I welcome you all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, I would like to welcome our principal, sir, Dr. S. Sendil, sir, of Kamaraj College of Engineering and Technology, to give away the felicitation address. Sir, please, sir.
Dr. Sendil, can I leave, Professor?
Sir, yes, sir.
Dr. Sendil, principal, sir, is available?
Yes, sir, he is available.
Oh, Namaskar, can I leave? Namaskaram.
Sir, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Pandiselvi. Thank you, Lavanya. Thank you, Prashant Nair ji. Prashant Nair.
Nice to see you. So happy to see you, sir. I wished you, but I think your mic was a problem. Nice to see you, sir.
Thank you, Prashant Nair. Thank you, madam. Sorry, I have some other meetings.
Thank you, sir. Sure. Thank you for coming, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir? Sir? Anna, சாப்பிட்டா போங்க.
Sir, your voice is not audible, sir.
I hope it's clear now.
Yes, sir. Now it's audible, sir. Now it's audible.
Yeah. A very good morning to all. Respected guest, chief guest of the day, Dr. Ponmudi Raj, Dr. Prashant Nair, faculty members, IQAC coordinator, and dear participants from all the colleges. Happiest moment when we got a program that was sponsored by NAC. So thanks to NAC for sponsoring this event because this is a very, very special event. In fact, to enhance the quality of technical education, a lot of programs are being organized. This is a very, very special program organized by NAC. Kamaraj in Technology, we have received our NAC accreditation way back in 2014. When we received our NAC accreditation 2014, we have received a lot of queries from various friends in nearby colleges. Why your college is applying for NAC? Because we are the only college in South Tamil Nadu to got NAC accreditation. Though we have got NBA accreditation, NAC we have got in 2014. And that was not necessary at that particular time, 2014. And after that, a lot of colleges they have applied NAC accreditation. Currently, if you see, almost all the colleges are getting NAC with good grades also. So this starting of this kickstart of NAC is not new for our institution, and currently we have been associated with NAC for more than years. And about our internal quality assurance cell, our IQAC, very few engineering colleges they have very active IQAC cell, and our college is one of the college where we have active IQAC cell, where a lot of emphasis is being given for enhancing the quality of technical education. So, dear participants, you know, this is a happy occasion because the 3 days of workshop will definitely mold you in all the aspects. You know, people are now talking about a national education policy, the way which national education policy can really be incorporated in the existing scenario. That is a question for majority of academicians. If you see currently colleges, they are following their own curriculum or own regulations. What sort of modification that we can really inculcate to make this curriculum to meet out the expectations of the industry? At the same time, it has to meet out the national education policy. As rightly mentioned by Dr. Ponmudi Raj, assessment accreditation, these two are very much important for in technical education. As HEA higher education institution, the institution have to work on enhancing the skills of the students. It's going to be completely a 360-degree development of the holistic development of the students, and thereby the skills of the students can really be enhanced. One such a way where we can really increase the skills of the students is first capacity building of the faculty members. You know, once faculty members build the capacity, a lot of schemes are currently available for enhancing the quality of faculty members. Though people are talking about emerging areas like artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science, IoT, and robotics. Through ATA also a lot of programs are being organized. Faculty members should attend this kind of programs, get the knowledge, disseminate the knowledge information to the students also. So that students can work on live projects. Students can be really motivated to participate in various competitions like Smart India Hackathon and other hackathons organized across India. Skills are very much important. You know, this is a 21st century learning. Students with
The voice is not audible, sir.
Sir, your voice is not audible, sir.
Just a minute, participants. Sorry for the inconvenience. Just 2 minutes. Can you? Sir, your voice is not audible, sir. Okay, due to technical issue, there is some fault. So thank you, sir. So next, I would like to call upon Mr. Suresh, sir, IQAC member.
It's okay.
Okay. Okay. Sir. Sir, your voice is not audible, sir.
Am I audible, madam?
Suresh sir, principal sir came, but sir audio is not audible.
Yeah. In fact, I take this opportunity to welcome Mr. Prashant Nair sir, because opening batsmen are very strong always. You know, he's the opening batsman today, and he's there to deliver the participants about an important topic. So I take this opportunity to welcome Prashant Nair sir, because his quality contribution towards quality of enhancement is really appreciable. In fact, we have been associated with him for the last couple of years, and every action he is doing is for the welfare of this enhancing the quality of technical education. So welcome Prashant Nair sir, and almost resource persons are here to share the knowledge and enhancing the quality of technical education. So now I request Prashant Nair sir to address the faculty members.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. So next, I would like to call upon Mr. Suresh, IQAC member, to give the introduction of the chief guest, Dr. Prashant R. Nair, sir, Vice Chairman of IQAC. Sir, please, sir.
Audible, madam?
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
Good morning to all. Thank you for the opportunity provided to me. Dr. Prashant R. Nair is working as a Vice Chairman IQAC of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, Coimbatore. He has over 22 years of teaching, research, mentoring, training, consultancy, and academic administration experience. He has taught in academic programs in the University of California, San Diego, USA, Sofia University, Bulgaria, Europe, and the University of Trento, Italy, as an Erasmus Fellow. He has written 6 books, 2 edited books, and 1 book chapter, and over 50 publications in reputed journals and conferences. He has mentored student teams which have won premier international and national competitions like Smart India Hackathon, Rajasthan Hackathon, TCS Digital Twin Challenge, and represented India as part of the National Hackathon team for Singapore India Hackathon, and felicitated by Honorable Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi. He has also been ranked as a top innovation mentor in India by Atal Innovation Mission, and he coordinates its activities at Tamil Nadu as regional mentor. He has been serving as the chairman, vice chairman, coordinator of Amrita Deemed Universities Internal Quality Assurance Cell since 2009. He has coordinated 3 cycles of NAC accreditation, NB accreditation, NIRF ranking, and also served as a UG nodal officer for university. A very sought after speaker, by conservative estimates, he addressed 150,000 students and trained 50,000 plus faculty members on technology, innovation, professional bodies, and the quality aspects of higher education. With these words, I welcome Dr. Prashant R. Nair sir to take over this session. Sir, please.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Am I audible to everybody?
Yes, sir, you are
Yes,
audible.
sir, you're audible, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Most respected Principal Dr. Senthil, IQAC Coordinator Dr. Pandi Selvi, various participants of this NAC sponsored virtual workshop, and faculty of the Kamaraj College of Engineering and Technology. I have a lot of friends here, like Ronaldo. I hope, I don't know if Ronaldo is here. And Ronaldo, Anup, I hope you are here. Anyway, very good morning to all of you. So at the outset, again, I'm thanking you for having me here. I have a very special connect with the Kamaraj College of Engineering and Technology, because it's the first committee of UGC where I was in the part of the UGC committee, I believe in 2019, to confer the autonomy status. So that's actually my first UGC kind of committee. So it's very special, and I had a very good time there. Very good, very good learning experience for me also. So let me just today talk to you about what is a new curriculum framework that is envisaged as part of the NEP So I'm just going to kind of explain to you what is the potential in terms and what are the possibilities, which we can have a lot of discussion on what all we can do. So I'll spend more time on the interaction. Let me just first share my slides. I don't know if it is coming. Is my slide visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can you please confirm if my slide is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay. So yeah, so what I'm going to just do is try to give you this is again what the Ministry of Higher Education has kind of released a month and a half back in terms of a potential curriculum framework which can be aligned to the NEP implementation. And of course, I'll touch upon the academic bank of credits. So there are two things that I really wanted to echo Ponmudi Raj, Mr. Ponmudi. Yes. Somebody is talking. Yeah. So I just wanted to echo what Dr. Ponmudi Raj was alluding to. At the outset, he spoke about two very good things that, many of these things we have been probably doing for quite some time. To be very honest with you, many of the provisos of the curriculum framework we at Amrita Vishwavidyapitham have been implemented 10 years back also. So, and he very clearly said that, what those who are doing, IITs probably have been doing that for 20 years, but please continue to do so. Please continue to innovate and please continue to build quality and don't go by the rat race. I think I truly get resonance in what he said. At one level, the framework that is given by NAC gives scope for everybody and anybody in a faculty position to thrive. Somebody is interested in NSS activity, there is a provision for that. So anyway, I just wanted to just echo what he said and talk to you about, let me just try to give you an overview. So as mentioned, I've been here in Amrita for almost 23 years now. We have completed 3 cycles of NAC accreditation, as was mentioned in the thing, and MBA also 2 cycles are over. All undergraduate programs in the Coimbatore campus of Amrita Vishwavidyapitham are now NBA accredited, all the eligible programs. Now, a quick overview. I know you have many of you have read this in terms of the NEP. You have been kind of exposed in multiple ways to NEP. In terms of seminars, in terms of this thing, but I wanted to do a quick overview, a rundown on what the major vision and aspiration of the NEP is. One, NEP is highly customizable education. For a student, for a learner, it's a very learner-centric approach. Now, I want to first give you a disclaimer. Please understand, NEP 2020 is a visionary document. It is an aspirational document. It is not going to be implemented in 1 day or 1 year. It is going to take its own sweet time. Please understand, you cannot expect dramatic, magical results in 1 year or 2 years, or even 5 years. Perhaps for the entire policy to get implemented in toto in terms of all the provisions, we have to be patient for at least a decade. That's my personal opinion. And we have to understand that this NEP is not just happened in 1 year or 2 years. Right from independence, there have been multiple commissions looking at the NEP. Why we have to give credit even to the last government, the UPA government. There was a National Knowledge Commission report. Even though it's not listed on the website, perhaps for political reasons, but the National Knowledge Commission under the UPA government gave a very good input for the national education policy. And all these, we are now in that Amrit Kal of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, Amrit Kal of Azadi. After 75 years, we are moving on to the 100th year, the next 25 years. So the last 75 years, there has been a lot of input, and all those input has been consumed or subsumed into this NEP. So it's not going to be implemented in 1 day, 1 year, or 2 years or 3 years. It is going to take at least a decade for the entire implementation to happen. Number one, so we should be patient. Now, NEP is a very customizable policy. Every learner has good freedom in terms of developing his or her unique capabilities. There will be appropriate changes in the curriculum, methodology, evaluation, assessment, pedagogy, the flexibility, adaptability, and so on. So it is highly learner and student centric. Now there will be some flexible learning paths. We will go to that a little later. And the idea is that we build technology inside, we build flexibility inside, we build interdisciplinary things inside, we have a healthy interplay between humanities, sciences, engineering, and connect it to the society in terms of the holistic and sustainable outcomes and so on. So these are some of the broad contours of what is expected. So the focus is not at all on examination. It is on a formative assessment rather than evaluation and assessment and examination. The focus is on how you can develop the student and adaptably improve a student, remove and completely remove this coaching culture, how you can leverage the creativity, critical thinking, and there are many terms, design thinking, computational thinking, creative thinking, lateral thinking. All these are not exactly the same, but they are similar. Building design thinking to build good understanding the customer's voice, understanding the consumer's voice, lateral thinking, thinking differently, critical thinking, analyzing, going deep into it, lateral thinking, all these are similar, but these are kind of, I would say all of these are kind of skills that we need, life skills that we need in our graduates. Now, I don't need to tell you, if you take 100 BTech graduates who are graduating every year, barely, even NASSCOM is saying that barely 25 of them are very employable or fit to the job. The remaining 75 have to go through a huge amount of training, upskilling and reskilling to kind of get into the job. So there is a problem. So today the education system has expanded. We are the third largest system in the world, no doubt. 1,000+ universities, 50,000+ colleges. But what percentage of them have the quality? That number is very low. Perhaps it is 20 or 25%. Some people say arts and sciences, it is like 15%. I don't know. But there are so many numbers which are all alarming, so as to speak. So hopefully NEP in the long run, in the next decade, already 1 year is over, and in the next 7 to 8, 9 years, we hope that things will improve. There will be a good system. There will be adaptive teaching. There will be use of technology, use of creativity, so that all the problems that are facing higher education in terms of access, equity, quality, employability, all that we will vanish. That is the hope. Now, NEP is going to bring academic changes. Academic means curricular changes. That is what I'm going to talk to you today about. What are the curricular changes, the flexibilities that have been prescribed as part of NEP? NEP will also bring what is known as structural changes. Structural changes, whereby we have a light but tight regulatory framework. See, today, I'm sure as an autonomous college, you are grappling with multiple agencies. Am I right? I'm sure as an autonomous college, you are grappling with multiple agencies. You have separate statutory bodies. If you are running engineering, there is a statutory body called AICT. Even if you are autonomous, you have to go for AICT approval. Second, there is a regulatory body. As an autonomous institution, you are probably affiliated to some university, say Anna University. Anna University becomes one regulator. But to maintain the autonomy, you have UGC or University Grants Commission as another regulator. If you are an affiliated college, Your point of contact is only with the university, and the university is the regulator, but the university's regulator is the UGC or the University Grants Commission. So there is a separate statutory body, separate regulatory body, separate accreditation body. You need NAC and NBA. Now you can ask me why we should go to. I mean, it's not the same process. NAC is a institutional accreditation. NBA is a program accreditation. Having said that, there is still a lot of commonalities there. 20 to maybe 15 to 20% is common. You have separate accreditation body. You have separate ranking bodies also. If you have to go for NIRF or QS ranking. So it's a very, very difficult, very heavy regulatory framework. It's a fact. Highly regulatory framework. It's not at all. It is very, very heavy, thick, heavy regulatory framework. Separate statutory body, separate regulatory body, separate accreditation body, separate ranking body. It's a very difficult situation. Now, hopefully NEP with its pillars will bring a change, but these things are not going to happen in one day or 1 year. It will take at least a decade. With that, let me just go through these are the structural changes that come as part of the NEP. Now let me talk about the academic changes. So the NEP is very clear about talking about 3-year or 4-year programs in terms of degree programs, and for 1 or 2 years in terms of master's program. Now, all of us know that, of course, BTech program, BE program is 4 years. Arts programs in India have been historically 3 years. Historically, they have been 3 years. But in many Western countries, many of the arts and science programs are 4 years. They probably in India, some of the universities started what is known as honors arts programs and stuff like that. But they were not done with much of publicity or fanfare. And the 4th year was focused. I think some IITs, even to IAC also started something similar. I'm not too sure. But now the idea is that any program with the approval of the statutory body, you can go for 3-year program or a 4-year program. Obviously, BTech, there is no problem. It is anyway going where they're in the same route. And the last year you have a project or an internship. Now, the multiple exit and entry options have now become formalized. Earlier, they were not formalized. Yes, IITs and some top private universities were already offering exit options. I know maybe more than 7 or 8 years back, they were integrated MSc programs in sciences and humanities. Some students wanted to exit after 3 years. We have given them the exit, provided it is approved in the academic council of the university. And there are some requirements for the bachelor's program which need to be done. When you are doing an integrated MSc, you decide, okay, I want to exit after 3 years, not go for 5-year program. But there may be some changes in the courses, something that you have for exiting, you need some sort of maybe some additional bridge or additional. So now this is formalized. You can go for a 3-year program or 4-year program. After 1 year, if you study and drop out, you get a certificate. The course credit is in that way. After 2 years, you get a diploma. After 3 years, you get a bachelor's thing. After 4 years, you get a bachelor's or a multidisciplinary bachelor's degree, especially for arts and sciences. Some people call it bachelor's in honors, bachelor's with research, or so on and so forth. Second year for MTech and masters, 1 year or 2 year. Many European countries have only single year for master's programs, especially UK. Many of the people come with 1 year masters. They are not eligible for PhD in India. Now that situation is changing. People can have a 1 year master's program, so 2 years of masters. The second year will be mostly focused on research and stuff like that. So this kind of changes are structural changes are being proposed. Then integrated 5-year bachelor's and master's program. See, simple logic I can tell you. You are doing a BTech. You are more interested in management, going for an MBA, Why can't you have a 5-year integrated engineering MBA program? Because anyways, there are some courses that you're going to study in the bachelor's, which may be somewhat common to the MBA. Those things can be compressed and worked out. So those kind of things are there. After a BTech, you can go for a PhD. In fact, many American universities have allowed this. When you finish a bachelor's, you can go directly for a PhD with some minimum amount of course credit. But when we come to India, I have had this problem for several of my MBA accreditation. There are people who took a bachelor's, got a direct PhD, but when it comes to MBA, they ask you why this fellow doesn't have a master's degree. So it's a big problem, convincing him that he did this in Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech gives you the option of doing a PhD immediately after master. It's very difficult to convince that. So these are some of the kind of structural changes, academic changes in the structure. Now, the new curricular framework. So this document was released by the Ministry of Education a couple of months, 1.5 months back. They have formalized the structure. Many of these things we have been already doing. Let me be very honest with you. Maybe even Kamaraj College as an autonomous college have been doing for the last 3 years. But the idea is having a new framework which is formalized in terms of these things. So now, even though we may not reach the level of flexibility that is there in the US or Europe, we may be able to have some flexibility to move from one discipline to another. See, in the US, it is Europe is a little less flexible. US universities are highly flexible. I'll give you an example. Somebody did a 1 year, he was doing medical school. Pre-med. Pre-med is before medical school, you have to go for pre-med. After pre-med, you decide, medicine is not my cup of tea. I just can transfer to the second year of an engineering program. Now, this may seem anathema. It may seem impossible in India. Yes, it is impossible in India. But at least in the US, after 1 year of medical education, you can transfer to an engineering in a second degree. You have to do a lot of bridging, but the flexibility is there in that system. It's still not going to happen in India. But having said that, you have done 2 years of electronics engineering. Maybe you can transfer to a third year of computer engineering. These type of flexibilities may be possible in the Indian context. But going for a totally different program, or to give you an example, maybe I'm just telling you, I'm thinking loudly because see, as I told you from the start, this is an aspirational document. So I started with a bachelor's in engineering, but I found out that engineering is not my cup of tea. I can transfer to a second year in maybe in a journalism program. If I do some bridge courses, those kind of things may be possible. But drastic discipline changes are not going to be happening. Even though the vision is that there will be maximum flexibility, learners can choose whatever they want, multiple exit, all that I told. Flexibility from learners, for learners to move from one institution to another. Now, this is a double-edged sword. I'll tell you why. Now, the flexibility is that when you are registered on the academic bank of credits, when you are doing this thing. Now, the question is, you are studying first year. If there is a vacancy in a better college or a university, the NEP curriculum framework provides you the flexibility to transfer from one college to another college very, very seamlessly. Now, look at the flip side. What is going to happen? Yeah, we do not know how it is going to pan out, because we can see an exodus of lot of students from lower institutions. There is a chance that many of them can go into better institutions. So now I'm nobody to comment, but we do not know how this is going to work out, because the flexibility is there. So you do 2 years in this college. Now in the US already this is happening. There is something called a community college concept. I remember now, I was taking a class that was more than a decade and a half before, but I remember in the class, I remember most of the students just joined the university recently. When I asked them, where were you for? They are all in the third year or something. So most of them transferred from community colleges. So they do 1 or 2 years in a community college, they transfer to a top university. The fees is also less and some credit transfer has happened. These things can, if this system is implemented, we are likely to see an exodus. Already many institutions who are not doing well, people may easily, seamlessly migrate. Now, well, there are two sides to the story. Market forces. Ultimately, it is market forces. As Ponmuri Raj sir was telling, you develop quality, people will come to you. But if you do not develop quality, it will be difficult to survive because you cannot stop these students. Legally you have to allow them. If he says that I've got a seat in the third year in that X college which is better than your college, you cannot stop him to some extent. You can delay, but you may not be able to this thing. And the curriculum framework gives lot of enough scope for formalizing the MOOCs and online learning. We will see that a little later. So these are some of the salient features of the framework. Many of them are the same. Many of us, we have been doing this for quite some time. Let me also tell you that we have all been doing this also. A semester of 90 days, 2 semesters in a year, 8 weeks you have summer internships. You have summer term for internships, industrial training. You can even go for vocational certifications in that 8 weeks or the 2 months of holidays. You can have enough summer courses to clear backlog. Autonomous colleges can do that. In summer, you have courses for the students who have failed when multiple failures are there. You can clear them because you have to also understand that when these students are there in your college with so many areas, they are only draining your resources because you have to focus on them. Your faculty time is reduced. Placement, they are not eligible. Your faculty time is compromised, then that will affect their research and other things. So those kind of things. Now, major and minor, at least the top universities like Amrita, VIT, SRM, and all. Last 2 years and all, we have started working on this major minor. Even before NEP, we have been to some extent we have implemented this major and minor. I think, if I am not mistaken, probably last 2 years during the Corona period, most of the top private universities already started with this major and minor. Major is 50% of the total credit and minor is at least 24 to 32 credits. If you are going for a vocational minor, which may not be relevant for engineering, then it will be probably 12, vocational minor is 12 credits. Now, compulsorily, you need to have some multidisciplinary courses that are not in your area. The areas specified include natural science, physical science, maths, library, media, commerce. This is just a guideline given by the government and NEP. We are free to have our own multidisciplinary courses. They have defined ability enhancement courses. I think all private universities, top universities have been doing this. Ability enhancement to improve soft skills, life skills, communication. Many have foreign languages as an ability enhancement. Many have Indian languages, other Indian languages to improve the ability and so on. Skill enhancement courses in terms of hands-on things, value-added courses. This is anyway there. We have been doing these things. Summer internship, research dissertation and OBs. These are the, quickly speaking, this is formalized in this new curriculum framework. They have formalized this. Having said that, let me tell you that many of the autonomous institutions, top universities have already been doing many of these things. May not all of these things, but at least many of these things. Perhaps if you ask me from our university, except major and minor program, which was launched last year, all other things we were doing. Major and minor, we have just launched in 2022. Before that, we have not launched it across the board. This is how the credit requirement looks like. Now, it's very interesting. 3-year UG and 4th year UG. The major we are looking at something like for major for 3-year UG it is 120 credits and 4-year UG it is 160 credits. Of course, plus or minus few is allowed. Let me be, there is no tight saying that it should be exactly 120. It is plus or minus, you can have some, that is allowed as per the document. And in the 3-year UG, it's very interesting. In the 120 credits, half is major, 24 credits is the minor stream. So you are taking, say, BA economics. You can go for English as a minor. You can go for analytics. Economics plus analytics can be the minor. Ulta is also possible. You can go for data analytics as a major, but you can go for economics as a minor. Like that, so many combinations are there. But ultimately, these combinations are not going to be, what should I say? There are not going to be so many millions of combinations. They are going to be restricted to a few combinations. So multidisciplinary 3 courses of 3 credits. Ability enhancements maybe 4 courses of 2 credits each. Skill enhancement courses 3 of 3 credits each, or it can be in any way that way needed. Value added courses around 3 to 4 courses, 2 to 3 courses will be there. Summer internship of 2 to 4. This forms the 120. The only difference is when you are going for a 4-year UG like engineering, the minor will have 32 credits, maybe 8 courses of 4 credits, or 10 courses of say 3 credits and maybe a 2 credit course, something like that. That breakup will be approximately there. And the project has already in, we are already having a 12 credit project for BTech. So this is how the we'll have the this is how the structure has been formalized. Now you may ask me, ACT model curriculum is also somewhat similar. Maybe the names are slightly here and there, the names might be changing, but there may be the equivalent of multidisciplinary ability enhancement, skill development, value added. Similar names may be there, but this is the basic structure. Is it kind of does not have anything anathema or against what is written in the model curriculum also. So this is how the system has been enhanced. Let me again tell you, except major and minor, perhaps many of these things were already there, maybe in some other name. I know we used to have, we have something called a cultural education program. It's a 2 credit in the first year, 1 credit first semester, another credit in the second semester on Indian culture and all. That was there for more than a decade now. Now more than a decade, 15 years it has been there. Now I'll put it in the multidisciplinary bucket. It's already been there. Yoga, that will probably it is. I would think it could be in the value added. I don't know. So those things we have been doing, but this has now come in a very formal fashion. Now coming to how the degrees are going to work out. So first year you get out, you exit, you get 40 credits. You should have 40 credits. Then you get a UG certificate. Now, there is some flexibility for vocational also. If you complete, in addition, if they complete 1 vocational course of 4 credit during the summer vacation, they can re-enter this degree program within 3 years and complete the degree with the maximum period of 7 years. So somebody is studying in the first year, he had to drop out for family reasons. He gets a UG certificate, he does a vocational program, he can always join within the next 2 years, 3 years, and then complete the course in 7 years. Diploma, that is 2 years, you need 80 credits in 2 years. Again, this option of exiting and re-entering within a period of 3 years and completing in 7 years is there. 3-year UG program is 120 credits. With 1 major and minor. Major is 60 credits, minor is 24 credits. 4-year UG degree in arts and sciences will be it's like an honors program. That will be honors program will be 160 credits, and there need not be a research component. But when you can have when there is a research component, you will have honors with research. Where this is what is proposed. You should have 75% in the first 6 semesters, and the last semester or the last year you focus on doing research, and that is 12 credits. Well, you can even go for a, you need not, if you don't want to go for a major minor, there is also an option to go for a single major. That is also possible, and that some working is in terms, you can read this UG programs with single major is also possible. So much of flexibility has been proposed in the system. Many of these probably were there in engineering, but now these have been percolated to other disciplines. You can go for a double major, but there will be additional credits. 40% in the second discipline, you have the 50, 40. So this kind of this thing is also a double major is also possible. Major, minor, and you can even go for what is that? Double major. That is also possible. And of course, interdisciplinary UG programs will be promoted. Courses like econometrics, where there there are even today some people are offering what is that, BSc Maths, Physics, Chemistry. Those kind of multidisciplinary UG programs are also possible in terms of the UG program. So this is how the structure of the new curriculum framework has been given. Multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary UG programs. Multidisciplinary, here the definition is two different disciplines, right? Life sciences, physical sciences, maths and computer, data analytics, social sciences, humanities, and so on. Now, one very interesting thing is there that, we normally have this courses with most of our courses are 3 credits, right? Here they very specifically, they have made a definition that all discipline specific courses, major or minor, are 4 credit course, meaning if there is a hands-on lab component, it will be part of the, it will be usually part of the course itself. So if you are, let us take a computer science course, you are having an operating system. Operating system theory may be 3 credits. Operating system, the lab work or the hands-on exercises, experiments will be 1 credit. This is mostly going to be the structure. All courses which are the discipline will be 4 credits. And if you want, you can have, suppose you have in one semester all the courses, some courses you need to have an additional lab which is not part, you can add those also as 1 or 2 credits can be added. But what I'm trying to say is that we are going to move away from a structure where we have 5, 6, if you are in an engineering college, 6 theory and 2 labs in every semester. Am I right? That is a normal thing. That is going to change. You may not have 6 theory and 2 labs. You may have, say, 5 courses, all 4 credit, where all the 5 courses may have some lab component or practical component or hands-on component or project component. This is how the structure is going to evolve over a time. Nowadays, you see any US university or European university, it's not like our system. 5 labs, 5 theory and 2 labs, 6 theory and 3 labs. They don't have any labs. It's all 6 courses. Inside the course, there is an embedded lab inside the course itself. So that will be a 1 credit or something, 15 hours of instruction or lab or whatever. So that is how things are going to move. Now, all other courses, value added, ability, skill enhancement, language, communication skills, life skills, humanities, multidisciplinary courses will be 3 credits. This is how it is envisaged. When it's 3 credit, it doesn't mean that it need not have a lab component. There can be a lab component, maybe the theory may be 2 credit and 1 credit. See, for like, let us take an English communication skill. You may not have 3 credit course, means 2 credits can be in the theory of teaching English in the classroom and 1 credit maybe in the language laboratory. Those kind of things will come here. So multidisciplinary, ability enhancement, skill development, all these will be 3 credits. There will also be some common value added courses, internships, apprenticeships, community outreach activity, field work, all these things you can give. See, here there is a good opportunity. You can add, suppose I'm just giving you an example. You want to add some social service component. You want to add some sports, some good outcome in sports and those kind of things. You can, in your academic council, you can pass that, you can project that, you can do those kind of things. You can add those things, this common value added courses, you can add whatever you feel. See, like I told you, we are very, our university, the focus is education for life. So Indian culture, values, heritage, there are like, I think there's 4 credits now which is coming here across 4 semesters for engineering. Those kind of things you can put here. Now one very interesting thing is up to 40% of all these credits that I showed you, 40% can be through MOOCs. But as far as UG, MOOCs means it should be an official MOOCs platform. So I am NPTEL, EPG Pathshala, edX, Udemy, Udacity, where there is an evaluation, where there is an examination, where there is a grading, and where there is a clear certificate. That is very, very important. Because there are also fly-by-night operators who are conning people in terms of MOOCs, but up to 40% is allowed in this. The 40 is a cap. Doesn't mean that you need to go for 40%. You can, because when you are doing many of these MOOCs programs, you have to pay. Student has to pay for the certification, or the institution has to pay for that. So those kind of things will be there. So that is a challenge. So up to 40% is allowed as the MOOCs. This is the grading that has been proposed by the ministry. O, A plus, A, B plus, B, C, P and F and A. This is also kind of in synchronizing with the international grading system, especially in the US. So especially when a student comes from US, it's easy because they also follow more or less the same system. Europe, however, does not have this much of resolution. The European credit system, Eureka, I think that is having less number of letter grades. So it becomes a major challenge, especially to convert this into that scale and all. But I think this is US centric, and this grading will be adopted across the board, across the country for the curriculum. Now, I don't need to spend time much on the program outcomes. They are going to be very important. I cannot but stress on the importance of the outcome-based education. It is going to continue to be extremely important. As an example, I have just given the engineering 12 POs or the program outcomes. They will be more and more important outcomes. Interestingly, even the National Medical Commission, the medical regulator statutory body, is talking about incomes. Now, if you see the new syllabus prescribed by the National Medical Commission, you will find out that they are also talking about outcomes. Anatomy, these are the course outcomes. Physiology, biochemistry, community medicine, these are the outcomes. So everybody is moving towards outcome-based education. It's not only engineering. Yes, there is a challenge. It involves a lot of documentation to be maintained by the faculty. It involves faculty to be accountable, if you ask. Because whatever you are teaching, are the students understanding? Is it being reflected in terms of the is it being addressed in the question papers? Is it being reflected in the attainment of the course outcomes and so on, and the program outcome? So this is going to be super important. Doesn't matter which discipline you are from, whether it is engineering, medicine, humanities, sciences, arts, it doesn't matter. This is the way forward. Outcomes are going to be super important in terms of the this thing. So I will answer some questions now. I think I've gone a little, almost going to the ABC. I think I can spend some time answering some questions, and then we can move on to the academic band of credit. That may not be taking much time. Madam Lavanya ma'am, you can moderate questions, because the other topic, otherwise I will finish soon. So we can have maximum number of questions now. Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Audible.
Yeah. So you can ask, we can have some questions, then I can go to the AVC or the Academic Bank of Credits.
Dear participants, if you have any queries, switch on your mic and
Can somebody read the questions? I see somebody, PGDM program, Sriram. So PGDM program, I'm assuming the question is about the PGDM program. So I think PGDM program has more or less become obsolete today. Many of the standalone, what should I say, standalone management institutions were hitherto offering the PGDM programs. So now that is not needed, because all these standalone institutions which are probably already having some quality, they have now become probably autonomous. So they are all converting that into an MBA. There is no scope. Maybe, I don't know, even the IAMs, I don't know. I think some of the IAMs were also giving PGDM. Perhaps they will also go to, they will also get the approval to give a MBA. So this PGDM program is most likely going to be scrapped very, very soon. That is what I feel. Already it is vanishing. Maybe it will vanish more faster. Yeah. Any questions? Because the other topic is related, but still I thought I can I can answer any number of your questions, then we can move on to the next topic. Otherwise, they're a little ahead of time, that's why. Yeah, any questions, or shall I go forward? So now maybe I'll as part of a discussion. So now what can we do? You know, as an affiliated college or an autonomous institution, what can we do? See, we have to go a little cautious, I would say, in any respect, because I would think that, you know, you can only go one step at a time. So what should be the first plan of action in terms of the addressing the NEPs, which is also recommended by NAC, or is that you form an NEP committee, rather your academic council, which is the approval authority for new programs, new courses and stuff like that, is transformed into an NEP committee as a first step. So your academic council or the NEP becomes an NEP compliant committee, deliberating into so many options. But let me tell you, we are not going to get, especially for engineering, we are not going to see anybody go after 1 year and 2 years. It's going to be 4 years, mostly, majority of them. But having said that, as a start, you can look at few minors. You can start tweaking with the the minor and the major program. You know what we have done is, you have a mechanical engineering student, you have a computer science student, and engineering. The major is mechanical engineering. What would be the minors that would be preferable by the industry? That input we have started taking. We have all the corporate partners have given us very good inputs on what kind of minors we would be probably looking at. Now, many inputs have come. Robotics, many mechanical engineering companies are saying, we would very much prefer a mechanical engineering graduate with a major in mechanical engineering and a minor in robotics. This is the ask from the industry. Yet others are saying, can you have a mechanical engineering major and an artificial intelligence minor? You're talking of smart machines, smart cars, smart buildings, and so on. Civil engineering, smart building, a major in civil, but a minor in AI. So AI seems to be something very, what should I say, a very well preferred minor. But then, there is a flip side to this, right? Everybody goes for a artificial intelligence minor. You are most of the time taking classes for the other departments, so that there will be a faculty issues are there. So I'm just looking at the flip side. So what can be done now is start with a major minor program in a limited fashion, not too many, limited, one or two minors per department you offer for the other departments and see how it is panning out. That is what we are doing. That selection of one or two minor again has come through the industry input. Industry has given good inputs that, this is what is needed. For a computer science major, what could be a minor? Some domain area could be a minor. For an electrical engineering major, what could be the minor? Those kind of options can be evinced from the industry, and based on your faculty availability, faculty expertise, you can float with one or two minors per department starting. See how it pans out for 1 or 2 years, then we can see on double major or all those kind of programs. So that's what all the top universities are doing. I mean, we are having our own network of IQAC heads and so on. So this is what everybody is doing. VIT, Manipal or Thapar University, all of us are kind of tweaking, doing something. Maybe in something we are doing better. Here and there, some small. Sometimes few of them may go for a little more flexible options. Those things here and there may be some changes. There may be some change there. So those things are there. Now we are looking at how you can have many engineering students are saying that we are going for an MBA. Now we are exploring how we can, not yet started, how we can have an integrated BE MBA program. Very actively we are discussing, and as an integrated program. Can we have a minor in management? Can a business school give a minor in management? Some companies are asking for that also. Managerial roles are where they are hiring their graduates. If they have a minor in management, it really helps them, right? So those kind of things are being tweaked. So the first step we can do in terms is that having an NEP committee or converting your 1 minute, just let me off the air condition, just 1 minute. So those are the things that we can do now, right? Tweaking this kind of thing, starting with some one minor per department, offering it for others, see how it pans out. But we have to also understand that when we are offering minors for other departments, for other students, how the faculty workload has to be balanced. That's a very major challenge, so as to speak. How do you balance the workload of the faculty in that respect? Those things are also needed to be considered. So these are some of the things that we can do. Just hold on. Yeah. So these are the things that we can actually do starting wise, have this academic council converted to an NEP committee, look for options, start with minors. Then the next step, once these minors work out, you can look for different newer courses, newer programs, more of interdisciplinary. You can make a start by, engineering and management. If you already have an MBA college, see how these two things can be combined. Those are the things that we can probably look at. So this is how I would look at the implementation and in terms of the this program. Now let me just go back to the slide. Okay, so the next topic that has been given is the academic bank of credits. So as the name suggests, it's a bank. It's a repository, a mechanism where it's like a bank. We go to the bank, we get money, we credit or debit, we take money or we give money or we withdraw money. So such an academic bank of credit is a wonderful academic mechanism that has been proposed by the government of India, which is already started in a limited way. Many universities have already started registering. And so it's a digital virtual online entity established by the UGC. So every student will have an account in terms of the like an account in the academic bank of credit. Even if he or she is a regular student in your college, all the credits that he gets in your college by passing through the first year or second year or third year will be reflected in this academic bank of credits. And maybe I'm just telling you a possibility. So after 2 years he decides, okay, I want to go to a better institution, I want to go to a top institution. Those credits will be easily, it's like a bank account. You can withdraw that money in the other place also, right? So same way, the student has this many academic credits in the bank, in the academic bank of credit. It helps him for seamless mobility between or within degree granting institutions. It includes foreign universities. So after 2 years, he or she can move on to some other foreign university. The academic bank of credit serves as a legal document, as a even though digital, but legal document saying that these are the credits that he has got. These credits are recognized, these credits are accumulated, these credits are transferred, and they can be redeemed in a foreign university. Those kind of things. So the mobility will be very seamless, including MOOCs. You're taking some approved MOOCs program, like Swayam or NPTEL. Even that gets reflected in the ABC or the academic bank of credits. So it's there like a bank. Now you go to a foreign university, you did 2 years of and then you want to move into a third year in a foreign university, but there are some courses that you have not taken, which are required as a prerequisite in the third year in the foreign university. You can do those through MOOCs and put it on the ABC, and then the foreign university can see, okay, 2 years you did this many credits, MOOCs you did this many. Based on that, we will give you an entry into the third year. Now, so this academic bank of credits gives a formal system in terms of credit recognition, credit accumulation, credit transfer, and credit redemption. Now, very seamless mobility is possible not only within the country but also outside the country. So this is the earlier avatar of this was the NAD, or the National Academic Depository. Now everything is combined. Every student will have its account, college will have its account. There will be a dashboard by the college where all the students in that college, they will be able to see. The dashboard will help them maintain their credits, transfers, history, and so on. The credit transfer can be done from foreign university, from MOOCs. Everything will be very seamlessly integrated. And the portal, these are just some of the screenshots of the portal where you can register and so on. It's very simple, very user friendly, and so on. But then there is a flip side to this. I already mentioned in my earlier in the earlier talk that what is the flip side is that it should not happen that we come to a situation where now there is also market forces, yes, but the issue is now what will happen if everybody because the law permits students for mobility. Now, it's a million dollar question is, what will happen to the not so good institutions? There is quite likely to be an exodus in terms of many of these students wanting to move away and going into better institutions. So it's a challenging thing from that point of view. But ultimately, the market forces are there. You build quality into your system. You develop processes, methods to improve your quality. You continuously improve in all aspects, academics, research, and so on. Automatically, these things, will happen. That's what I feel. I close with this. This is actually my. Oh, sorry. I close with this. This is normally my first slide, but here this is the last slide. I want to again and again stress on how important documentation is needed for anything and everything, especially when we have come to this self-regulatory mechanism of NEP, where I cannot but stress upon how important documentation is. And I end with this quote: in God we trust, but for everything else we need data, and that data needs to be supported by evidence. Is very, very critical. Document. Keep proper data, keep proper evidences supporting the data, because moving forward it is going to be less of regulation and less of regulation by others, but more of self-regulation, meaning you are accountable. You have mostly it is self-regulation. So I cannot but stress on how documentation, keeping proper data points, documentation is going to be key, because ultimately you are self-regulating. You have to, whenever they ask you, you have to produce these things, right? If the number of accreditation agencies, all of these things combine, or we don't know what is going to happen. So I cannot but stress on the importance of documentation. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I think I finished a little ahead of schedule. I thought many questions will be there. I'm still happy to answer any questions that you have. Over to you. Thank you. Lavanya ma'am, you can moderate if there are any questions. Yeah, thank you for the good feedback. Thank you so much.
Dear participants, any
Sir, I have one question, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, Jay Kumar, sir.
Sir, the ABCID for only for students, or faculty members can also register, sir?
No,
because we are doing NPTEL course, sir. They are asking ABCID.
Yeah. Even institutions can register, colleges can register, and in the college dashboard, the faculty who are part of that college will also be there. And then even there is mobility possibility. I mean, you may leave one institution, that also will be counted.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Dear participants, you are requested to switch on your camera so that you can take the photo. So all the participants are requested to switch on your camera. Participants, please switch on your camera so that you can take group photo.
So participants, all please turn on your camera for photo session. So participants, you can turn on your camera just for 2 minutes for a photo session.
Feedback link is posted in the chat box. All are requested to fill the form. Putting it.
So participants, please turn on your cameras just for 2 minutes for a photo session. Just only 30 members have turned on your camera. Others, please turn on your cameras. Please mute your mic and then turn on your cameras. So all please turn on your cameras, please. Okay, Karthik sir, no issues. So others, please turn on your cameras.
Your voice is not audible, madam. Lavanya ma'am, your voice is not audible.
Okay, now it's audible, sir. Okay. So thank you, participants, for joining with us, and I especially thank our resource person, Dr. Prashant Nair, sir. So amidst your busy schedule, you have come over here to enrich your knowledge among us. So thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I request all the participants to fill the feedback form which was posted in the chat box by Velumani, sir. So kindly fill it out, because for each session we'll be posting the chat feedback link. And for the certification, you have to fill the feedback form, which is mandatory for getting the certificate. And the next session will be starting around 1:20 p.m. You can join the session by 1:20, because the session will be starting at 1:30 p.m. You can join by around 1:20. So feedback link is posted in the chat box.
Somebody didn't get a feedback link.
Yeah, yes, sir. I have posted again in the chat box.
Yeah. So any of the thank you to all the participants. You can always reach out to me. I have put my email ID and my coordinates on the YouTube, and also YouTube and LinkedIn and all on the chat box. Thank you very much. Thanks to the organizers. Mandiselvi ma'am, thank you very much.
Sir, thank you very much, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you,
So
sir.
thank you all. You can leave the meeting now, and after that, around 1:20 p.m. you can join the session. So thank you all. Feedback link has been posted in the chat box, so kindly fill it out. Thank you all. If you have completed the feedback, you can leave the meeting.